The Trump administration attempted to put the entire country at ease on Sunday as fears rose about retaliation from Iran and, of course, the potential of getting into a nuclear World War III. So the administration decided to go ahead and send out JD Vance to calm everybody's fears, because when you're feeling high anxiety, the person you want to hear from most is JD Vance? Definitely not, but for some reason, that's what the administration thought. So they send out JD Vance, send him on Meet the Press on NBC with host Kristen Welker, and JD Vance actually caused everybody's anxiety to rise even higher with the absolutely dumbass statement that he made. Here is what happened. Kristen Welker asked JD Vance, quote, "What do you say to members of Congress who say it was unconstitutional for the president to act unilaterally?" And JD Vance responded saying, quote, "The president has clear authority to act to prevent proliferation of weapons of mass destruction." Oh, that old chestnut, right? "And the worst weapon of mass destruction of them all is nuclear. The idea that this was outside of presidential authority, I think any real serious legal person would tell you that's not true." I'm sorry. Like, you go ask one of those legal people, huh? Yeah, what? Do they have names? Lawyers. The word you were looking for, you absolute buffoon, is lawyer. Go ask a legal person. Yeah, right off the bat, not off to a good start, JD. And that's when things got even worse. Because, of course, there are the comparisons of the lies that led to the attack on Iran compared to the lies that led us into Iraq years ago. And of that, JD Vance said, quote, "I certainly empathize with Americans who are exhausted after 25 years of foreign entanglements in the Middle East. I understand the concern. But the difference is that back then we had dumb presidents. And now we have a president who actually knows how to accomplish America's national security objectives. So this is not going to be some long drawn out thing." Because back then we had a dumb president, and he said presidents, plural, but he meant president. Okay, so again, you're not really reassuring us that you're smart. It was George W. Bush and Dick Cheney and Donald Rumsfeld and all that whole crew that did that. I mean, they sent Colin Powell to the UN to sell lies with his little vial, remember? Some of you may be too young to remember that. I was working in progressive media as it happened. And yes, they were dumb. And yes, they lied. There is no question about either of those facts. However, was that administration as dumb as this administration? The answer is no. George W. Bush was very stupid as a human being, as a person, not a smart guy. The people he surrounded himself with were very smart. So smart that they were able to lie us into a war that for years and years a majority of people believed was true. That's how good they were at it. And that's a terrifying good. That's an evil genius. But smart nevertheless, led by the dumb guy who wasn't calling the shots. Dick Cheney was running the show. Switch over to Donald Trump. Who's the smart person in the room with Donald Trump? It sure as hell isn't JD Vance. It's definitely not Pete Hegseth. Sure as hell isn't Brainworm Kennedy or Tulsi Gabbard, who Trump has already said is totally wrong about all the intelligence. It's not Marco Rubio, the formerly dumbest guy in the U.S. Senate. He is surrounded by the dumbest people possible, which I've been saying for months. So we have the dumb administration now. We have an administration so dumb that they can't even sell the lie properly to the public. And they think the best course of action is to send out JD Vance to talk about how dumb other people are? Yeah, we're kind of screwed here, folks. This is not going to end well for anyone. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.